So good afternoon all. So today's class, as I told you in the yesterday's session, we'll be dealing with arrays, how it has been created or how it is used in Java. So you all know arrays, but in Java slight variation we have. So we are almost moving to the end of your module 1. So we saw in the previous class as a recap characters and boolean, the programs on characters and booleans and the variables, right? So we had seen about the variables and booleans and other things. So I have to do with the type conversion and casting. Okay, so it is a bit difficult topic to you all to understand. So I'll take it up at the end. So today's class we'll deal with arrays. So today and tomorrow's class. The agenda of today's class to give me an introduction of arrays and to create 1D array. So one dimension array in Java, then array initialization, then followed with an example and the assignment. Okay? Now before I go for the next slide, can anybody tell me what is an array? What basically you have understood in your previous programming languages with respect to an array? What is an array? Students. What basically is an array? Any idea? Hope I am audible.
It's a data structure, ma'am, a collection of elements.
Collection of elements. Let me come to the meet screen. Okay. Collection of elements. What kind of elements? Someone has messaged. Collection of yes. Okay. So it is a collection of similar type of element, same type. So if you feel like not answering message on the chat box, I will see. Okay. So don't remain silent. Okay. So as you all know, when I talk about array, you all know that it is a collection of similar type of elements or grouping of similar type of elements under one name. So when I talk about int a equals to 10, so if I give a equals to 10, int a equals to 10, a is one variable which holds one value. But you all know that array is a single name but holds many values. So under a single name. So and the values that I hold under the single name is like a single name is of the same data type. Say for example, you have two containers, one container holding only chocolates, the other container holding only biscuits. Mess it up, isn't it? So you'll not put biscuit there or chocolate into the biscuit container. No, the container is a single, but it holds many chocolates. Similarly here, array name is a single name, but holds multiple values. What values? Of the same data type. So preferably to define, I have just taken this definition, more technical. It is a group of like typed. What is like typed? I mean here is it is a same typed variables or same typed values that are referred by a common name. Common name is a single name. Common name I try to use it. Isn't it so? See, if I have to access first element in the array, I use the array name. Last element, I use the array name. Similarly, middle element, I should use the array name. There is no other option. Isn't it? So arrays can be of any data type. As I told you, we are talking only about the primitive. Even arrays can be of non-primitive data types. So we will not touch non-primitive now, only primitive. So array can be of type int, float, double, char, boolean, or short, byte, whatever you have learned. And may have one or more dimensions. So when I talk about dimensions, it can be 1D array or 2D array. Okay. So more dimensions that we have. So as you all know, to access any element in the array, we access it by something called as index, right? So you should know the term. It is called as index, right? And there are two types of arrays when we talk about 1D array and multi-dimensional array. So we don't tell 1D, 2D, 3D. So we give specific name called as a multi-dimensional array. So Java, along with multi-dimensional, it supports another array called as jagged arrays. So we will see that later, not now. So it is multi-dimensional and 1D array. So let me now first tell you creation of one-dimensional array. Okay. Can anybody recall how to create one-dimensional array in C? See, I want to create an array of integers that hold 10 elements. How do you declare it? Can anybody give the declaration part? Can anybody type in the chat box how to declare an array in C? In C. I want array of 10 elements. How do you declare it? Declare. Students. You can type in the chat box if you remember, or if you don't remember, I will only tell. How do you declare an array of 10 integers in C? Students. Okay. 1D array. Sinchana. 1D array. Mehnaz 1D array. Talking about 1D. Sinchana, do we use small parenthesis? Okay. Diksha. Okay. Good. Sinchana, it is square brackets, not small parenthesis. Okay. Okay. Very good. So at least you could recall the way it has been created. Similarly, now in Java, it is slightly a different process. Okay. I will tell you the process, just kindly remember. So creating an array basically is a two-step process. Okay. Step one is to create an array variable of the desired type. So just create an array variable, a variable that holds your array of whatever type we want. So the syntax is like this. Type, okay, the array name, type, the array name followed with the empty square brackets. So what should you do? First step, you have to create an array variable of the desired type. So whatever type you want, you decide and create it. Okay? Wherein the parenthesis square bracket should be empty, remember. So what is the type? The base type of the array, that is the type of the elements the array will store. So if I want integer array, type should be int, or if I want float array, it should be float based on your program. And array name is the identifier, as you all know, empty parenthesis. So as an example, I will first create an array variable which is month underscore days. Okay, and it is, this array holds what type of elements, students? What type of elements? What is the data type that I have given here? What type of elements it will store?
Int.
What type? Int and empty parenthesis. Okay. So when I do this statement in Java, understand the month underscore days is just a variable wherein it does not hold array of integer elements. Storage, memory allocation is not made. That means to say, when I do this, it is simply month underscore days is a variable. There's nothing, it is not holding the entire array elements. No, it is just holding, it's a variable which holds a value called as a null. Remember, it is null. Okay, so no memory allocation is being made for the array elements. So what you should do in step 2 now, you should now allocate the memory that will hold the array elements, right? To allocate the memory in Java, we have a keyword called as new. Remember. So new is a keyword which allocates the memory dynamically. Okay, and then assign to the variable, array variable. So what should you do? First you should allocate the memory required using the new, right, and then assign it to the array variable. So very simple as it is. Take your array name again, equals to, use the keyword new, whatever type you have assigned to your array name, that type, in brackets, give the size. Understanding, right? So can anybody tell me what does size indicate here? Size indicates what now? Size indicates what, students? What does it indicate? Quickly. Size indicates what here?
Number of
Elements that the array can hold. Okay. So as an example, so as I told you, type is the base type of the array. See, you should take care what type you should give with respect to your array name. Okay. Refers to the number of elements in the array, that is your size. And new is a keyword that allocates memory dynamically, right? So dynamical memory allocation is done in Java for array. Whereas in C, we can allocate array memory statically and dynamically, both. But in Java, it's always dynamic way of allocation of memory to array. Now, I will write like this. Month underscore days is equal to new. What type should I give here, students? What was my month underscore day? What type should I give here? Month underscore days was of what type, students? Month underscore day, int. So I should give here int. So just to make sure that you know what I have to give in, I have just typed it as type only. And size is 5. Can anybody tell me now what will happen in the memory? What will happen in the memory? Can anybody tell in what will happen in the memory? Yes. So now see here, month days is a variable. Next, what happens? It will allocate memory for how many elements? 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope it is visible. Okay. So it will be for 5 elements. Okay. Where each element will be of what size? Can anybody guess the size of integer? Each element is of what size? What is the size of int, ma? Size of int esto in Java? Size 4 bytes. So each will be of how many bytes? 4 bytes. Totally, what is the total number of bytes the array memory will be allocated? Totally. How many bytes?
21.
20 bytes of memory will be allocated. Next, what will the compiler do is, this memory which got allocated should be stored in month underscore days, which is your array variable. So what it will do is, it will just hold the address. So what we call this as the address, the first element address is called what address? Anybody remembers? What address it is called in C you would have learned. What is it called? The base address. So the base address of the array will be stored in the array variable name. Very simple as it is. Are you understanding, students? Are you understanding? Yes? Okay. So how do we access the elements of the array? Suppose say I want to access third element. How do I access third element? How do I access third elements? Third element in the array? How do I access the third element? I want to access the third element in the array. I should access how?
Index.
Index. So, as you all know, the indices of the array begins with what? Begins with what? Indices of the array begins with what?
0.
0. So what is the index of the third element? What is the index of the third element now?
2.
0, 2. To access the third element, it is very simple as your C. Use the array name, use the index 3, wherein, sorry, 2, right? Use the index 2, wherein the index is supported by what? Which parenthesis should I use here? Which parenthesis? Surrounded by a parenthesis. Which parenthesis? Students. The square parenthesis. So it is similar to the your C. There's nothing special accessing the elements in the array, right? So you can now just see here, it will access the third element. So the first element will be at the index 0, the second element will be at the index 1, third will be at the index 2, right? 3, and then 4. Can anybody now guess what will be the index of your last element always? What is the index of your last element in general?
N minus 1.
N minus 1. That is size minus 1. If the size is 5, the index will be 4. Are you all understanding? So I will, whatever diagram showed here, I will try to visualize it for you. Just see this, if you can understand the same. Okay? See. Can you all see this, ma? Is it visible? Shall I enlarge a bit? Is it visible, students? Yes or no? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. See now. I will just create the array variable. Just the array variable. Just try to. This will tell you the visualization exactly what will happen in the memory. Okay. I just created array variable. Right? You can just see. Nothing happened. You can just see this part towards your right. There's nothing because this is just an array variable. It will not allocate any memory to store your array elements. So what should you do? In the next step, you should allocate the required memory. Tell me, how do I allocate the required memory? Students, what should I first write here? What should I first write? What should I first write here to allocate the memory?
Array name.
Okay, Mukesh, what happened? You have raised your hand. Okay, the array name. So I will just write the array name month underscore days is equal to, what is the next I should write? Which keyword should I write? Next keyword?
New.
New. New will allocate the memory dynamically. Next, what should I write? Int, the date, int followed with size. So size, what I'll do right now, I'll give less size only. I'll not give more size. 5 I'll give. Let us see what will happen. Okay, see, just see the cursor just moved here, the yellow line, next line to execute. Could you just see this, students? See, month underscore days, as I told, it is just a variable which contains null initially. But then once you assign, okay, I'll just make a little more less here. I think I'll give 3. Okay, can you just see? Where is this? Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3 elements. Size is 3. Can you just see the array? is having the index 0, 1, 2. The 3 elements memory which is allocated, and its base address will be stored in month underscore days. Can you just see this? Yes or no, students? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes. Right? So this is how exactly memory allocation will happen inside the memory. Okay. Now next question comes here. See, you can, instead of doing two steps, you can combine it to as a single step. No harm. So what you can do is, when you are creating the variable only, you can assign the memory. No problem. So how do we do it? Simple as it is. Yes. We can do it on a single step like this. So int month underscore days, open brace, close brace, is equal to new int 3. This will do same job. No problem. Let's see. Can you see this? The same job can be done. So you can combine those two steps as a single step. No problem. Is that clear, students? Yes or no? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now just tell me, I want to store the some value in the first element. Okay, first element, second element, third element. Okay, if I have to store the value, say 31 in the first element, which index should I use? Which index? Assigning value to my array elements. Which index should I use for the first, second, and third?
0th index.
0th index. Just tell me. Okay, next, second index, second element, sorry.
1.
Which index? 1. 28. Actually, it will store number of days in the month. Next, third element. What is the index for third element? Index for the third element, students. What does it print? Any idea? What does it print? Am I audible? 28.
28.
Okay. Let me check. Okay, just observe this part, the right side of your screen. It will allocate the required memory. Then you can see when it is this yellow line, month underscore days of 0 equals to 31. So where does 31 get stored, students? As what element? As what element? As what element it will get stored? What element, yeah? Are you all there?
First element.
First element. So just observe this. See, month days of 0 is now holding the value 31. Next, month of days of 1 equals to 28. Where does it store? Which element?
Second element.
Second element.
Second element, which is the index 1. Right? And here you can see month of days 2 is equal to 31. Again, it is at the third element at the index 2. And I'm just printing the number of days stored at the index 1. That is my second element. Right? So you can see the output. It now prints what is the value that it printed? Students?
28.
Can you see? 28. Okay, so it prints 20. Are you understanding? So now, the same example, I have just taken it here. Okay. So I've declared the array name as array and I've initialized all the values. So you can now see, since the size is 12, what should be the last index? What should be the last index, students? Size is 12. What is the last
-1.
in the beginning? 0
11.
to 11.
47.
Okay, so 0 to 11 is my the indices. Okay, and I am printing, as I told you, month of days is nothing but the number of days in the month. Okay, the 12 months days. So April, if I want to know how many days is present in April, so which element, which index should I access? Index. Which index should I access? Number of days. To get number of days in the April month. Some problem.
Nth day of 3.
3. So the index 3 to be accessed because the fourth month. Fourth month, the index will be 3 there. Yes. Hope you are getting. Yes or okay. Fine. Can I do this?
No,
Can
ma'am.
I do this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so you will get an error. What is that error? Array index out of box. Muted. There's some problem, the network issue. Just muted. Just put the message on the chat. Okay, so the message that you get here is array index out of bonds exception because you are trying to access an element which is outside the bond. So remember this. Next again I will ask sometime. Array index out of bonds exception. Okay, because my bonding is only from 0 to 2. I cannot go for 3. It's not possible. Are you understanding? Okay. The next is about array initialization. So arrays can also be initialized when they are declared only, like as you do with your normal data types. Int a equals to 10, float r is equal to 3.5. Like this, you can also do it for arrays, but you should be very careful. So you should use one array initializer. The name is array initializer. What is this array initializer? It is a list of comma separated values surrounded by curly braces. Comma separated values surrounded by curly braces. So the syntax is very simple. While creating the array only, you will initialize it. So similar int month underscore days open brace close brace is equal to, this is called as array initializer, right? So what you should take care here is the value should be same as the type of the array. That is, you should take care. And you can now observe here, do I use new? Did I use new here? In this case, new operator is not required. Not required. Now you might ask me, ma'am, then how much of memory will be allocated? Based on the values that you give in your initializer. Now can anybody tell me what is the size of month days here? What is the size? What is the size of month days here? How many values are giving the initializer?
6.
What is the size? 6. So it will be 6. Right? So the compiler will take care. I am not writing new. That doesn't mean that compiler will not give. It will write its own code inside, right? But you not have to worry about it. Okay? It's about array. Let me again show you the same here. So So instead of doing this, what I can do is, tell me what I can do here now. Instead of doing like this, what I could have done. What is the initializers that I could have used here? What braces, curly braces, 31 comma 28 comma 31. Okay, let me execute and see. February month, right? 2 1 2. Look at to your right side. Okay. Month underscore days. Same procedure. It will allocate memory for 3 elements. Then it will also initialize it with value 31, 28, and 31. Okay. And the output is 28. Is that clear, students? Is that clear? Yes or no? So the same program what I showed you, the same thing will be written. See, previously that program was of how many lines? It was shortened version of it, right? Improved version. So you can initialize it using the array initializer and access the values. Clear? Yes or no? With this, hope you're clear with this. Students. It's only 3 people, Sinchana, Sharda, Arshit. The others have left the mobile and gone, is it? I am there, ma'am, there, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Fine. Just tell me now, reading the input from the user for the array. Okay. So I want an array of 5 elements. First, tell me how to declare an array. type in the chat box. Array to hold 5 elements. Or someone can unmute and talk. Array to hold 5 elements. How do I declare it? Students.
Int array name, square brackets, and number of size.
Int. Okay, what array name I'll give is A. Okay, int A square brackets is equal to what? Is equal to in Java. In Java, how do you write? What should you write here?
Curly braces.
No. I want to create an array of size 5. How do I create it? What should I write here?
New.
New.
In.
Students, you have not listened to the class, then new. Okay, very good. So new int 5. Fine. Now what I want is, instead of giving values, I want the values to be read from the user. Okay. Now, if you could remember, to read the values from the user to an array, what statement should I use? Which control statement should I use? Which control statement? Which control statement, students? Which control statement should I use? You see, you would have used it, no? Which control statement? You have to read the elements to the array. So which control statement you are using?
Scanner.
Hope you remember. Huh? Reading an array elements, yeah. Control statement. Scanner. If no, you have to use for loop. Make use of a for loop there. Okay. For the initializer is I equals to what does the index start from? Index of the array starts from where?
0.
Array starts from where, students? Index of the array starts from which value?
0.
Zero. That is my condition. Semicolon, sorry. I, what is my condition? I less than? I less than? What is the last index? Yes, 0, 0. I less than what? I less than what? I less than n minus 1. Okay, it starts with 0, ends with 4 in our case, isn't it? So I should write here I less than 5. Till then I have to iterate, right? I plus plus. So I am reading it from the user. So what should I write on to my LHS? Whatever I read, it should be stored in my array. What should I write on my LHS? Here. A of what, ma? A of what? Students. A of I is equal to, I'm reading it from the user. A of I is equal to my object of the scanner classes ob dot. What is the method that I should write there? ob dot. Which method should I write there, students? Nobody is replying. Yeah, very bad. Okay, which method should I write there? Next int. The reason because I am using an integer array there. Next int. Open brace, close brace. Right? So what will this do? It will read how many values from the user? 5 values, and it will be stored in the array with the index 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I have to again print it. So again I should use a for loop. Again the same thing. Control V, I'll do it. System.out.println. Okay. What should I print here? What should I print? What value should I print? Students. What should I print in the for loop? Should I print in the for loop? I should now print the element of yes. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can just see this is how the program been written. Okay, just run and see what will happen. So I have given an interactive statement. Enter the array elements. The array elements are. Enter the array elements. So I will enter the array elements here. One, two, three, 4, then 5. Right? You can just see it will print the elements. The array elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that clear? Students, is that clear how to read the array elements from the user? Is that clear, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Or no? Okay. So the same thing, I'll just post it in the WhatsApp group. What are you now supposed to do is, you should read an array of size 10, okay, size 10, and compute the sum of the elements. You should print the sum of the elements. That means to say, if I ask the sum of the elements here, you should give me, the answer should be 15. Yes, 15 must be the answer. Sum of the elements is, I don't want to print the array elements, sum of the elements to be printed. Okay, the same thing I'll just post it here in the group for you using the same. Now read the array of 10 elements and print its sum for the next class. Okay, is it understood, students? Yes or no?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Any doubts you can ask me? Okay. You have any doubts? No? Okay. Tell me what is the first step for creating an array in Java? What is the first step? What is the first step? What is the first step, ma? Creating an array variable. What is the syntax for creating an array variable? Type array name empty parenthesis. Good. What's the second step? Second step? What is the second step? Allocating the memory. Using what? What is the operator used for allocating the memory? The new operator. Very good. Okay. What is the syntax? Good, good. What is the syntax? Syntax for allocating the memory. Array name equals to new type empty parenthesis. Mehnaz, is it empty parenthesis? What should you specify in the size? So you should specify the size. Okay. Can I club these two steps in a single step? Yes or no? Can I club into single step? Good, good. Yes. So you can club. In Java, arrays are dynamically allocated or statically allocated? In Java, memory for arrays is statically allocated or dynamically allocated? Static allocation, also dynamically allocated memory. Very good. Okay. Fine. Thank you, students. How come you people did not reply and all are replying now? In between, there was no voice. Students. Okay. Fine. Okay. I think you can now, any doubts you can ask me, otherwise you can quit. I'll post the assignment in the group. Try doing it. Okay. I want one from EC and one from mechanical branch to present the same in the next class. Fine. Tomorrow's class. Okay. I want only ECA sections to remain. The others can quit. Thank you, students. Only ECA you can stay back.